I gave you?
The Shay Shay?
The shea butter lotion.
The Shay Shay? Hello.
Hey y'all.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
How y'all doing? How's it going?
It's going well.
I just broke that fourth wall.
You broke the fourth wall.
I just
already,
broke the
we just
fuck out of
started
it. Shit, it be like that sometimes.
We just started it and
It be like that.
Yeah.
Because it's in the middle. And that thing disconnects. You should move over a little bit. I just thought about that.
gag,
That's
huh?
perfect. Yeah, no, you could get close to me. Like, I'm not going to bite you or nothing. Unless...
This is sounding crazy.
Unless...
Okay, so
no, seriously, in real life.
in real life, so what's going on? What's the current event?
In real life, I did the dumbest shit ever. Left my way off. Yeah, I'm about to go grab it real quick.
Restart.
But no, I'm not gonna reset it.
Oh no, you gotta keep that in.
Nah, yeah, I'm leaving you there.
You're gonna keep he left me on the island again.
Alright, no, seriously.
Okay.
For reals. For reals.
Cheers to White Claw.
Cheers to White
This
Claw.
video is sponsored by White Claw.
It should be.
This is the black cherry flavor, spiked sparkling water with a hint of black cherry, and that's with the puree. Go get you a
5% alcohol. So it's just gonna do the trick for you. It's not gonna get you messed up, it's just gonna do the trick.
White Claw.
Yeah. So with Diddy, that's our main topic.
My body's positioned weird, sorry.
Because it's the main topic of the world right now. Is this like the top of the news, honestly?
I don't think it should be the top of the news. I think there's other things no. Not that there's other things to worry about, but that's kind of fucked up. But like, there's so much stuff going on in the world.
Yes. It happens.
It happens.
It happens. So, wow. This man has been doing a bunch of different things that we knew nothing about this whole time behind the scenes, they're telling us.
How long has he been in the industry?
He has probably been in the industry, I would think that, they just turned 20 or 25, a matter of fact. Bad Boy
Really?
Records turned 25, yes. It should be that old.
And that's Diddy's record.
That's Diddy's record label.
Okay. So how long was he in the game?
His
Before that.
is actually... See, that's what they don't talk about too, though. His father is who? Who's his father again? In the movie, American Gangster, it's Frank Lucas, right? And that's the guy that sells all the drugs. In the beginning of that movie, there's a guy that teaches Frank Lucas how to be a drug dealer. That's Diddy's father.
In real life.
In real life. And like the way he teaches him how to be a gangster, the beginning scene is like in it's in if I'm not mistaken, in a TV store or something like that. He says some real grim shit to him, like something real grim and dark. I can't really remember. I don't want to mess it up, but it was like some real grim, dark thing. Like it showed to how he was gonna make his decision of who he was gonna be, what kind of drug dealer he was gonna become, and stuff like that, and how ruthless he would be because this guy taught him it's not like a game of just get a little bit, you get everything. Oh, and then there was talks of that guy messing with like the Italian mob, right? And that's why Frank Lucas coming up was so good, because he messed with the Italian mob, and not a lot of black people mess with the Italian mob, worked with them,
And so then,
or had beef with them too.
And then fast forward 30 years?
So that guy helps Diddy. Came from money. The guy gives Diddy money to start this record label. Diddy starts that as a teenager. He gets Craig Mack. He gets Mary J. Blige. They start from there. I'm pretty sure there was somebody else before that. I'm not going to say right, but that's the big names. He gets those. They get popping. And then he gets Faith Evans. Then he gets Biggie. Then he gets Biggie. So that's the thing too. I'm just thinking about now too. Thank you for doing that, because we're thinking that the story starts when Biggie comes on the scene, right? That's not where the story starts. That's where you see him being more
Because he's already building up his name, right?
He's building up his name, but he's not the
And what's he doing
flamboyant
to
character
what's he
that's
building
like
to build up that name?
this, like the guy that we love for style, and the guy that we love for all of the things that we love him for, wearing the glasses with nodding your head like this and weird shit like that, and just. So no, he wasn't that dude yet. He was more before that. He was more like the dude where he had the glasses on and shit, and he almost had the same look, right? But he wasn't known for that like that. But he was more like, I'm here doing the business thing or whatever. Oh, tell me about your artists. I got these new artists that they do this, that, and the third. And I'm trying to get my shit popping, and I want to be big, and this, that, and the third. Like that. He was just very straightforward. I want to be big. I want to be big. I want to be big. Funny, right? Because then he gets big.
Wait, so he's like, I want to get big, I want to get big, I want to get big.
Yeah.
So what do you do to get Biggie?
Somebody shows him Biggie and brings Biggie to him. Right? So Biggie records in Brooklyn, and the guy brings it to Puff. Big meets Puff. And I forgot to be honest with you. I don't want to mess that up. If they liked each other, they didn't like each other in the beginning. But then they started vibing. I forgot. I don't really know that. That's not clear to me. They vibed. It worked. They really, really vibed and hit it off. But now, people are saying that they wasn't vibing as much as we thought they was. But that was never said. You get what I'm saying? That wasn't really the biggest thing echoed and said for the last 5 years. And then maybe the last 5 years that we started saying maybe they didn't like each other. But all before that, the 20 years before that, we thought they was great together. So or 10 years or 15 years. What is it? That's something like that. It might be 15 years or something like that. Or something weird like that.
So let's jump forward to what's going on in 2024. What's happening with B. Daddy?
I don't know. I think I was wrong too. I think Bad Boy Records is actually 30. Right? Because it's 20. We're in 2022, so it's 20 years, and then somewhere plus 5. Oh, I said 25. Probably 25 or something like. Yes, it's 25 or 30. One of those. So now, say that again. The question.
What's happening now in 2020? It's okay. In 2024.
In 2024, now they just raided his house. So that's when it gets more real. Like when they're like. First, it was accusations. No, it wasn't even accusations, right? Because last year, starting this year, we started the year with Diddy just had got had to give Cassie money.
Right. We started off the year with Cassie needing.
Because that's how we ended the year.
Right, and people on the internet were like, "Oh, well, why is Cassie now saying this?"
Yes, that she all of that's not. I didn't even we know, right? I'm not even getting into it. I'm not gonna.
We're not gonna touch that.
Some things we ain't really got. Like we could when it gets there, but we ain't got it right now. Like we, So with that thing with her, and then that's how we started the year, right?
That's how we started the year.
And then there was more accusations. Oh, and talks too. Remember, there's a big talk thing that happened at the end of last year too. So it's hard to keep going back there, but with him and the murder with the Tupac thing. Is it Tupac? Yes, with Tupac.
He was accused.
That they saying that he set up the hit.
It's not funny. It's just like
crazy. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like what the fuck. Yes. And you know what is wild? Another thing that y'all niggas is not saying too now that I'm just realizing, Eminem has said this shit. Very real, like fucked up and mean. Like what? 5 years ago, and the day that you beat me or some shit, that Diddy would say that he picked the hit out that got Tupac, or some shit like that. Oh, on the MGK disc. On the MGK disc, that's where he said that. You get what I'm saying? On that MGK disc, that's where he said that. So he said that there. All right, so now that's the accusations of that too. So there's two things. You having the sexual thing with Cassie. Then there's you might be going to jail because you might have put a hit out on somebody. And then now we go into this place where it's like you might have been blackmailing people with sex tapes, and you might have been taking advantage of people sexual wise. Saying that they're saying now there's text messages of him putting girls on a like a plan or something. Like, I pay you this much money a month, and y'all come do whatever. Daddy. Yeah, y'all come do whatever. But there's a list of girls, and then one of the girls is 50 Cent's baby mother.
I saw that on
That
Twitter.
just happened, yeah.
I saw that on Twitter.
And then 50 Cent got mad. He said, "Look, this is why I've been living
my little sex worker."
Yeah,
he
like
called her a little sex worker.
Instead of a little that's hilarious. It's hilarious. That's so
very politically correct.
Correct, right? You little sex worker. It's hilarious. Wow.
But you think that it's true? Of course it's true. He got raided.
He knew that shit. That's why you think 50 been.
That was a dumb question. I'm sorry.
Why you think 50 been coming at him? Now I'm sitting here. Now it all makes sense like that. Why you think 50 been coming at him for so long? But this is the thing that I think is a little weird too. No shade, 50. I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't know too though. Like, did she give off sex worker vibes before you impregnated this lady?
What sex worker vibes? Because I know sex workers, and then you know sex workers,
right? So
what's a sex worker vibe?
I mean, like, what are sex worker vibes? Something that shows me that when money comes around, that you gonna jump up, like, for the money. And maybe do some things that when I see you on the regular, you don't perform like that or act like that and be like that. Now when Son with the bag hits you up on Tuesday or whatever it is, you like, I'm getting ready to go out, but you don't never go out on no Tuesday, right?
Okay.
That behavior, like she wasn't doing that in front of you or something like that. There wasn't those flags.
Because I think, like, there's some sex workers who definitely will jump at the sign of money, right? Like, at the sign of money. And then there's others who they just do it when they're bored.
Did she only do sex work for him?
And when she needs extra money.
Did she only do sex work for this one person in her life? Because how much is that sex work in them?
Sugar daddy.
Right.
Well, sugar daddy.
So that's what we say.
Being a sugar baby is sex work.
Yeah. That's sex work, right?
Because I know sugar babies, and they're no OnlyFans stars.
Well, so what's the thing I'm not understanding then? How is he getting charged? What they saying? That he should be getting charged with human trafficking? Oh, because you're bringing the girls that you're selling.
Where'd he bring them?
You're selling the
girls.
You're selling girls to people. And yes, he did. He did say that.
He said he did.
I mean, he didn't say that. Excuse me. So sorry. Somebody just said in a text message. He did say it in a text message.
He said send them?
He said, yo, do you want me to send you this? Some guy that did a feature with him on this new album or whatever. Did something for him on this new album.
Yeah, that's human trafficking.
Right? He said, instead of giving you this other payment or putting your name as a credit, would you like me to just send you some?
Well, hold on.
I'll send you a little money, a little da-da-da-da, whatever, and some girls. Like,
well, hold on.
That's human trafficking.
Yeah, that's different than sex trafficking. Because they didn't say
that's human trafficking.
Because sex trafficking is like when you sell them for the purpose of sex. So just selling them for the purpose of just selling them, that's human trafficking. So we really got to dig deeper into this. Like, what is he doing?
That.
I mean, yeah, that.
Well, that now.
But like,
so that's what they're saying that Young Miami is this whole time. That's what they've been saying.
304?
Yes, that's what they've been saying basically.
Or she's a renegade.
I have no idea what that is.
There's 304 and then renegade. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. A renegade is a 304 without a pimp. A 304 is a hub. But that usually like 304s have pimps. Well,
that's what I'm saying. Usually it'd be something that, but that's not the. I don't think that's the game anymore. Like that. I just think that these women is really working for themselves like that. They're not really.
That's good. I believe in working for yourself.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that they. That's what started first. Was that what started first before Kevin Samuels? I don't remember that one. But on on No Jumper, a hip hop podcast that is trash, like with content wise, I'm sorry I have to say it. The way that y'all deliver stuff towards black culture is not. It's not really a great thing. It's not fucking the greatest thing ever, and you know it too. So, I mean, do what you do. It's funny. It's entertaining sometimes. I'm not sitting here saying it's not that. I'm saying the thing that it does for black culture is trash. Because especially what we about to... But sometimes you got to talk about these things too. So you can say both. Look, they were speaking about pimping from there, right? Do the girls work for themselves? Then OnlyFans gets big too. And then the guy that owns No Jumper does porn, right? So he does porn and his girlfriend's a porn star. That's that guy, I don't know if you ever heard where they was talking about that
where he gets the guys?
That his guy, he let his wife, he's married to a porn star, he let his wife fuck some guy with big old dick, giant.
Oh, okay, hold on.
And
so
they was coming at him because of that.
He's not white.
It's a white guy that has a bunch of tattoos.
Yes, it's the one where like they had that show where they like get a bunch of guys to like compete against each other and whoever wins gets to sleep with his wife.
Yeah, there was some weird shit like that really happened.
I saw that, yeah.
That's fucking weird.
That's weird. That's cuckold.
That's very cuckold energy. That's
is cuckolding bad?
That's like
because you said it was I feel like that was somewhat a negative connotation.
No, it was just like that's so extreme. I kind of like I got like,
and it sounds like you're pimping out your wife.
I got like so weirded out. Like,
now that I think about it, you're
I mean, like you want to do cuckold shit, you can do cuckold shit.
You're having men compete against each other to figure out who you're gonna pimp your wife out to. That's the thing.
Yes. I want to be the king of.
It's one thing if like you're choosing like okay, it's like again like you're kind of being like picky for like who you want to see your wife sleep with, but it's like it's a little bit more extreme. It's an extreme version of that.
I mean, you're making a show out of it. This is what I'm trying to say, content-wise, and what you're showing to the black community, and anybody after that, too, is not good. But you aiming it towards the black community. I don't like this shit. This shit is gross to me. It's whack. It shouldn't be there. We don't need it.
Do you think that a lot of this stuff should be behind closed doors, or do you think a lot of this stuff should still be public?
Fuck yeah. And then, all right, so let's get into it. So they said the thing about the pimp shit, right?
Yeah.
Before we get into that question, I'm sorry. I don't want to not answer that.
No worries.
But I wanted to, because then we get all shit, right? So the pimp shit, right? So they was talking about being pimps on that show. What is pimping alive or is not alive? Basically, that was that topic.
Is pimping alive or not alive?
Not alive.
Do you mean like is pimping like
so they bring a guy on that thought he was a pimp, and then they would bring on hoes on the show, and then they would be like debating him. Oh look, he'd be arguing with them, yelling, and they made shows off of that. At the end of it, you kind of really seem to be dead ass on this. The girls was right, and he was right about protection, and they was right just about fuck. I don't need like a lot of shit. I don't need no more. Like, and that's it. And that's it. Cause to them, the girls, I feel like they're like, "What, you think I don't know somebody with a gun? Like, I'm just in this hotel all the time, and like, whatever is not like 10 blocks away with a gun, like." If worst comes to worst, God forbid, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And maybe she got a gun. These girls ain't playing either no more, like in real life.
Arm the girls. I'm for arm the girls.
So.
Well, like when I say arm the girls, I don't mean a gun.
We don't know what she is as far as that because we don't know that because we didn't even know that she was really that Young Miami, right? Until now you're telling us.
Wait, so Young Miami has confirmed though. That
through this thing that we're hearing with courts, that's the confirmation. She ain't tell us, and then they saying that she was bringing drugs, cocaine.
Oh my god, so
a pink cocaine, which I just now found out has Molly in it.
Yes,
I didn't even know that that's a thing. It sounds like a really great time, but it also sounds like it will. Oh my god, like it's not for everybody. Like that sounds like
cocaine,
it sounds like your heart is like super accelerated to the point where it's like probably not a good time sometimes.
There's a song that goes like that. I think her name is Pink Cocaine.
People don't need that. Mm-mm.
So now through these accusations, something big that's been coming up is Diddy's sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel like his sexuality is judged harder because he's been doing like horrible things, or do you think that like because he's a rapper he was gonna get judged for it regardless?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. It's definitely the rapper thing. Because you're around rappers and that, you're going to get judged before that. That's not a big thing in the rap community ever. It never was. Until we seen a Frank Ocean.
But even Frank Ocean was rejected.
Yes, and you seen that. And then when we seen Tyler, the Creator, just doing whatever he wants to do and taking pictures of with Jaden Smith hugging and all of this other shit, like damn near we might as well just kiss already. Like all of that shit was rejected for a while, and then it just started getting cool in the last 4 years, the last 4 or 5 years, and then in the last year or two, it stopped getting cool because they just took this transgender woman off of a fucking bottle. Like, once they took that transgender woman off of that beer bottle, to me, that's when they was like, I don't like. A little bit before that, they was like, I don't like gays.
There was a
the whole world
on a bottle.
The beer bottle. You didn't know that? There was a transgender woman on a beer bottle. What's the beer? Budweiser or some shit like that. Coors, one of those real patriotic American beers. And they put that on there. They got so mad.
Who?
And boycotted it.
America.
I'm now finding out who started it. It was Kid Rock. Who started that shit, and then
that he didn't like it.
Yes, and then a lot of people got onto that because
come on, Kid Rock.
I
mean, not come on, Kid Rock.
They're into that. Yeah, it is. Come on, Kid Rock. Damn, you know better.
I thought he would know better. I thought he was the ally. He's not no ally.
Yeah, I don't think he's an ally.
He's not an ally?
No, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were talking spicy about being trans, to be honest with you. So I don't think he's.
We can get to that, but my thing is that Diddy is bi.
Yeah, let's get that. That's what we're doing.
So he's bi.
So he probably would be. We saying bi or pansexual? Maybe we don't know what else he mess with.
Well, hold on, men, women.
But does he have to identify as that?
No, but like if we were to like talk about what his sexuality is.
Then that's what we would say.
It would be like, men it's like pan.
Well, we know it's men and women.
All we know is, I mean, he may not see it like that. He may just be like a person's a person.
I mean, like if he grabbed young M.A. ass, like what's that then? Explain that to me. Like
how I see it is like if you're pretty, you're pretty.
Yeah, understandable.
And I'm not gonna take that away from you, regardless of like how you identify or what your gender is.
Yes.
That's my sexuality.
Gotcha. Pretty. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I heard on that. So as far as sexuality wise, we would think bi or something like that. That would be something that is shunned upon in the hip hop industry. You're not supposed to be that.
Yeah. Why? I mean, I know why. Because you're just not supposed to be there.
Right? Exactly.
That's how they be acting sometimes.
No, because then it would be seen as real life. You want me to be honest? Why you can't be a rapper and do this?
Of course.
Because before you could be a rapper, before there was a Drake and a Kanye West that was rapping about I just want to make it and be a famous rapper. Right? That's Kanye West in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. Kanye West is just a person who said, I make beats and I could rap about things that sound really good and y'all should give me a chance and I could be a really good rapper. Right? Before that was a thing, it was more like you had to be this street guy who went to block and battled other street guys in this rap shit, and then if you won, then you could go to the fucking office. And everybody would be in the hood would come with you and be like, yo, this is the guy. I seen him just beat da-da-da-da. But they would be names, though. So that's what the whole early 2000s and early 90s really is. It's like Jay-Z going to battle DMX and on the block. Jay-Z really battling fucking LL Cool J in Queens, mad times. We don't know this. There's no camera footage of this. And going back over and over again until he could beat him.
Can I burst your bubble?
What?
Yes.
So you had to be tough for that. That's what we're saying.
Yes. But as we know to this day, some of the toughest men.
Yes. It's some wild shit. So now I know. So I get it. Now
wild shit. I'll use wild shit.
A lot more than what I think is regular. What I do that I think is regular, they on some whole other stuff.
And as we see because of that, Diddy's a human trafficker.
Exactly. All right. So So because these are people that think that they could get away with a lot, right?
Right.
So I've been drug dealing, and then I got so popular from drug dealing in my neighborhood and fucking all of these bitches and shit. I thought I could rap and shit, and then I rapped, and then I went to down the block and I battled so and so and I won, and then I got the whatchamacallit, the record deal, and now I'm going to neighborhood to hood in America, and everybody screaming my name and shit. So you start thinking that you that. You know what I'm saying? You start really thinking you're the greatest person in the world, and human trafficking is what then to you? Yeah, these is my bitches. I'm bringing you the bitches. Right. It just becomes that. So you're not thinking that like that. I'm human trafficking. You thinking more like I'm running this fucking world right now. And to be honest with you, I pay bills and put lights on places. That's who Diddy really is. I pay bills and I put lights on in fucking places. A bunch of places. You're little fucking studio executives and this, that, and the third, and behind the scene guys and this, that, and the third. I put you on, some of you niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all helped me too, because the industry is always a favor for a favor. That's where now we're getting into something called the independent artist. Y'all got that now, right? Y'all not understanding it now? What an independent artist is I'm tired of being fucked in Hollywood. And this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Stop sending y'all fucking kids to Hollywood now, because there's nothing there. You could do this shit right here. You put up the camera, you do it here, and then eventually, if you do it good enough, White Claw sponsors you, and then when they sponsor you, they ask you to go to Hollywood. You go to Hollywood real quick, you shoot their little fucking commercial for them, and then you bring your ass right the fuck back.
So
easy as that. No, you don't get to keep me, and you don't get to move me over there.
What about child actors?
Stop doing all that shit.
What about child actors in New York though?
Shit got me a little pissed off right now. I ain't even gonna lie, man. You felt it, right? That shit getting me mad, yo. Y'all getting me mad with that shit. Fucking lady just has some stupid shit I just seen, a matter of fact. This lady homeless in fucking Miami with 2 kids in a homeless shelter. 3 kids or some stupid shit like that, because she wanted to be a influencer, and a bunch of influencers is from there.
From Miami?
I didn't even know that. It's just like, you're just... So people are just... Alright, so Hollywood is dead, so Miami's popping now, and...
I heard Miami is popping
now as far as Atlanta, and then Houston. So now if you want to do...
That's why Matthew
this industry is those 3 places. Yes.
I'm not touching Texas soil right now. My friend is in Texas.
That's cool. Nice. It is nice.
He's in Austin.
I bet it is nice. I just don't know how friendly it is towards me and my homies. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like I said, I ain't got nothing else to say. But nah, we should stop sending our kids over there to that shit because of that. In general.
I mean, like,
even grown people should stop going over there for that. Unless, like I just said, you go over there, do the thing, and come the fuck back. To be honest with you,
I think just burn the whole shit down.
Yeah, because now it's getting to this place where you seeing it, and then look, simultaneously we watching Nickelodeon, right? So and all of this is a trickle down ball effect from Epstein, right? And all of that, right? And then Epstein, oh, this shit is so gross. And then with the Epstein, it's like to do what? It's like to expose Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and
Trump on the island.
And Trump. And it's to expose our government, right? So to show our government. In our government, they touching kids and they touching people and they selling people.
Yes.
Right?
Proven.
Boom. Right? In the industry, the more money you make, they doing that. And in jobs, they do it. Right. Not saying this to you, but let's be honest in just real life, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, even in like fucking a lot of industry, that's why some people don't like making too much money. In real life, that's why some people don't like making too much money, right? Because now I got to be a doctor, right? Or a nurse. I go be this nurse and this doctor or whatever.
And make all these decisions.
And now I'm around this nurse, and for how long? I'm around this nurse more than I'm around my wife. We fucking. Not trying to be funny, and that's how that happens. And then they get nasty. My nurse ain't going to no other clinics to work for nobody else. That's my nurse. I have heard it. I have heard about it. That's damn near human trafficking.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the higher you get, and people think that they could do that type of shit.
People?
Did it get?
People?
Yeah. Them. Those things. That's crazy, right? It's crazy though, right? It be like that though.
It's just sad. It's sad
that it's like that.
people feel like they're entitled to other people's bodies.
I hate that shit. Yeah, I hate that it's like that on
even in a relationship.
It gets me mad. Yes, and even in a relationship, it gets me mad to make money. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
You know how many times like in relationships, like people don't talk about like intimate partner violence in the sense of like partners being like pressured or like forced to like have to have sex with their partner.
Yes.
And it's like, damn, sex is that deep?
Yeah.
And like all this is like sex is that deep?
Yes. And people know that and they take advantage.
But I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it should be that deep.
I hate that. It's like I started to realize that shit. And then with me becoming more pansexual in my life, that's what making me realize it, and that's what makes me not like it sometimes. Mm-hmm. Just in general, because then I just start seeing it like as everything is just like the fucking thing downstairs.
Right. And it's like I understand.
And I understand.
And I understand that you need spaces like that.
Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. I get. That's what I. Thank you.
I understand that you
explain it for me.
I understand that people want.
And it's cool that you can have
context. We was at a club and at the bottom floor, which is like called the cellar. There was like a circuit party, like a gay circuit party, which is basically like.
Yeah, because they not gonna know. Explain.
It's basically like a bunch of like shirtless men in like underwear and like jock straps. Yeah.
But they wouldn't have nowhere else to do this, like you were saying.
Right.
Which is cool that we get that.
Which is cool.
But it's like in sexuality, how far are you taking it now?
Right.
Because now we do know what happens down there. I ain't got to be down there too long to know what happens there.
Yeah, they be having a good time.
But then people get touched. Or might not want to be touched.
Yeah, people people feel entitled. And it's like, even in spaces where like sex is like on the table and like clearly on the table, it's like you still have to ask. You still have to say, hey, is this okay? Does this feel good?
Why you think I keep on saying the thing with the stripper talking to them nice?
Yeah.
And just be a regular person, not for nothing. Because that shit really bothers me. Like, don't do all that extra shit.
Right.
Because like they don't need that in their life. Their life is already hard enough. What the fuck are you doing? Like, calm that ass down.
Right.
For real.
And that's where like even like people who like
I'm entitled. She gotta like me now is fucking bananas, and that's men. Cause I'm a man and I know how the fuck I feel sometimes. But then you'd be like, no, she don't. But some niggas don't. You know what I mean? No, she don't have to. You could get that feeling. Yo, she gotta. No, she don't have to. Relax. But once you keep. No, she gotta. You bad shit happens after that. You do bad things happen, and then all of that stuff you just said happens. Yeah. Maybe you do get in a relationship with her, then you be doing bad things though. Like you just said with the maybe oversexing and shit like that, and crazy. It's a wild circle.
We need a cultural reset.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, at the same time, it's like I don't want to reset at the same time.
That's why I'm trying to say.
We've had so much advancement.
Oh my God. I would love to look at Ice Spice. I love that shit. I ain't gonna hold you because I love to look at that shit. And Sexy Red Ass too. I like to look at that too. But guess what though too? It's a lot for right now.
Have you seen her sex tape?
Nah, it's just who? Which one? Both of them.
Sexy Red.
I seen both of them.
Ice Spice has a sex tape?
They said it. I seen whatever they thought was.
But have you seen Sexy Reds?
And I think I seen that too. Yes.
You think or you did?
I'm pretty sure I seen that.
You want to see that?
I seen it already.
Oh, okay. You don't want to see sexy.
I seen it. It's like
get it sexy.
It's like alright.
Get it sexy.
Jesus. No, but that's that. Right? Mm-hmm. That might be too much for right now because dealing with what we're dealing with. So I had to look up this girl age. She's 24. So that means that she was shaking her ass since 22 or 21 to get into this industry. Mm-hmm. That's what scares me. Mm-hmm. And then you seen the picture of her at 19? Mm-hmm. That's not the same person. See, that's that shit that makes me want to cry. You get what I'm saying? That's not the same person. And that's what we doing to kids. That's the cultural reset that we need to start working on because that shit'll get a little gross. And I like looking at ass and titties. I always say that shit. I love looking at ass and titties, but sometimes I don't want to see it. That's why.
And
that's why. Because then you start thinking about it.
And what took you to get to that?
And that was even before I had kids, to be dead ass honest. That was even before I had kids. It just started getting to be a lot. Like when I started seeing Nicki Minaj and certain shit and I started thinking about it, I was like, this shit is perfect for me and the shit that I like to watch. But this is not good for everybody else who don't know how to control their dick.
Right.
And that's when I started getting scared.
Because people don't know how to control
themselves. And then OnlyFans started getting to be a thing and everything. I said, this is bad.
But then you also have people who can't control them.
They can't get out the house. I need to smoke the blunt now. This shit getting deep. They can't get out the house and shit. Like.
But you also know, like, it's like men who can't control their dicks also can't control their mouths. Because they're the first one to say something against sex workers and women and porn stars and actresses and artists.
And I'm not saying that they can't do it. And I don't think that they shouldn't do it either. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't want this to be a thing. I'm saying the way that it's displayed, we need a reset on that.
Right. So you believe
maybe it shouldn't be on TikTok like that. So maybe there should be like a dark TikTok. That you got to do something like scan a fucking ID or something. Like, why y'all just can't do that? Like, that ass. Scan your fucking ID so people could go on there and they could be grown. Shit getting me a little upset for real. Like there's ways that we know, there's things that we could do. We just not doing it.
Well, that's because
we just not doing it. So that shit is fucked up, bro. I didn't even think about it like that. You can scan your ID.
Because you just, like you said, the government is selling people.
Yeah, like they're very okay with this shit.
Yeah.
They're very okay with this shit. And then why would what's the drug? What's the thing? What's the thing? Not the pink cocaine thing. The other one, that I'll be watching about. That we saying T. What is it that?
Tina?
Yeah.
Meth?
Meth. This is one of the biggest things, and it has fentanyl in it, and fentanyl is one of the biggest things.
To kill you.
And then fentanyl with coke and in pills, and a lot of that makes you horny as fuck. And then OnlyFans on top of that.
Yeah. And
they trying to.
And look how many
They trying.
Who party,
look what it done to the transgender community. I was just talking probably before we was talking, I was talking to somebody about that shit, and I was like, this is horrible. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Why? Because I remember being before I knew what I wanted to be, I was loving maybe I wanted to be trans. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving the shit out of them and their lifestyle and how they live. And then I'm seeing this mess shit fuck them up. And that's not how I seen them. And especially girls that work nightlife and shit like that, because that's the type of shit that I'm into. Want to be a rapper, party life, shit like that. Yes, we gotta be honest, right? Be honest with yourself, and that's how I figured out too very recently. Don't be liking hoes. You know what I'm saying? Don't like hoes too much. For real, you gotta tell yourself shit like that. Controlling your dick, right? So what I say? How that drug is messing up the transgender community is sad as shit, because they was queens doing queen shit. Now they doing weird shit that I've never seen before. And no, that's a dub on that. And look what it's doing to America.
And that's just what drugs do to people.
That's just what drugs do. That's just one example. And then look at what it does to now just Henry. Fucking Henry don't want to go to work. Legs fucking holes in them and shit, like they showing on what you would call it. All different types of shit we never seen before. Like, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And the more that, like I said too, I'm going to keep on saying it, the more that it's do a job application online, and I don't want to use the computer, that generation, I don't want to use the computer. And that might even be the young too. Don't think that there ain't no 20-year-old that's like, I don't want to use the computer to do that shit. And because they don't want to do that, because maybe their parents told them that, the computer's trash. Now they 20 and they think they go out to be, the computer's trash. To get these drugs popping. God forbid, I don't mean to say it like that, but that's what happens. And then it's over. And I don't know if that's on purpose, right? Because that's your own decisions, like you saying. But I don't know. I don't fucking know. I really don't even know what that is. Yes. Yeah, definitely. And we could clip that too. We could clip that from you using the bathroom. That's bug though, right?
Yeah.
It started getting wild. That shit's sad. So that's what we said. That like, I love me some motherfucking like some Nicki Minaj and all that shit. And like we said, play it for the clubs where you go to the club and you could be grown at the club. Now, as far as where we just seen those little girls singing that Sexy Red song, the 3-year-olds, that's the shit that makes me want to hate humanity now. Like, whose mama's doing this? Like, why you doing this, mama? It's like, give the kids a chance. That's what we really saying. Give the kids a chance. They kids. And based off of how I know this shit now the way I know human beings, you could be 24, 25, 26, 27 and be a fucking kid. Right or wrong? We all seen this shit. And I'm speaking off of me. I was doing some kid shit or too late. I should have never been doing. And then from going to so many jobs, seeing that shit. So that's the whole cultural reset will have to be that though too. Like when are you not a kid no more? We got to start really thinking about that. What should be the legal age to be smoking and drinking and shit like that? We should start thinking about that a lot more too. That shit crazy though. Damn, so that circle is really that circle though, right? Because I gotta watch this shit back now because I want to hear that circle. That circle is really that circle. It starts off with like we just said, you start off on the block just selling some shit or doing some shit, becoming a rapper, nigga. Or making beats in your mama house. Look, that's what we trying to say with Kanye. Let's be the honest truth about Kanye. You making beats in your mother's house for fucking till you're like 24, 25. And then you like, I want to take over the world now. And now you actually have the arsenal to take over the world. And you go out there and you become friends with Jay-Z and shit. And they help you take over the world. And then fucking 30 years later, you become a sex addict who's a nigga that just got his wife fucking half naked everywhere. After you just fucked one of the biggest sex symbols to date. I had a kid with them. It gets weird. That's the shit that we watching right now. And that's not the nigga that I knew though. I knew the nigga that was working really hard to just be a fucking to tell y'all niggas some conscious shit while he wore a bunch of Louis Vuitton. Which is definitely a fucking whatchamacallit. Doesn't make no fucking sense. It's stupid as shit. But it was still something to watch. And maybe that was the problem then. We wanted to watch something that we thought was so fucking cool, but it made no fucking sense. And now we asking why is his wife half naked? Nigga, you did this. When he was saying conscious shit with the Louis Vuitton, though, we thought that shit was cool, right? That's what I'm saying. It's liking stupid shit at a young age. And some stupid shit is very likable. Family Guy is a great fucking example of that. I always will never forget that shit. Shit you laughing at Family Guy is not good. And that's what broke people. That's what broke people. After that shit started getting wild. It was like the Twin Towers came down, then Family Guy came out, people started talking raunchy, life started getting raunchy, that shit aired at a certain time that's a raunchy, like, this kids is up. So much so they had to throw that shit on Adult Swim, people boycotted that shit, bring it back to Channel 5, we should have never did that. Kanye fucking up the world at the spot simultaneously, along with South Park. You know what I'm saying, though? These things did fuck up the world, though.
They did.
They really did, honestly.
They did.
They really did. And they good things, though, because they fun, they cool to look at, now they so much culture. Alright, so let's start it back from the thing and make sure it's still recording. We got 40 minutes, so let's clip that.